All right, welcome back. So there's a point that people get to in marriage, right? It could be multiple points, but there's some significant points you get to that things get very tough. You know, before it gets easier, right? We know that many marriages are not making it to that point where it gets easier. Many marriages are just they cut it out when it gets tough. Some people get there in 3 years, some people 5 years, some people in 7 years, some people 10 years.
10
I think we
years.
hit ours around 8-9 years.
Already 9 years.
So let me make sure I'm speaking up because
Okay.
all right. So I feel like I grouped this next 8 that you gave me under those turning points, right?
Okay.
Secret number 8, having hard conversations. Right? Having
it's
hard
still my weakness, by the way.
conversations.
It's so like Jesus.
So you've mentioned your struggles
My struggles.
about hard conversations. I say you mentioned I've experienced them.
Yeah.
But they're necessary. Right? They're necessary. And but let me know, what are your thoughts around this? And now you've discovered as a secret. We have them once every 6 months. 5, 3, 6, 7 months, right? That it gets to that point where it's a hard conversation. What are your thoughts? Do you think we can do away with hard conversations?
I don't think we can totally do away with them, but I think that the style of the hard conversations can get better.
The style.
When you come and say, oh, we have to talk. The fuck? My mind, I'm sorry. My mind is going to.
She dropped the F-bomb.
Like, Shalabai, like, what is going on? Like, what? But you know what? One thing I think, again, and I hate to say this, these are like baggages that I brought from my childhood. I'm not the type to, even when I was younger, my schoolmates used to wonder if I like to talk. Because I can keep to myself.
8, 9, 10 years old?
Yeah, when I was in high school.
You're just like...
I was a loner. I do my own thing. I had friends, but my friends are like 3 people. And religiously...
Did you cut your hair at the time? Or
I did. I cut my hair in high school.
So you were just... Well, that's what everybody did.
I don't know if I can call myself a nerd. No, they were in my school. They used to like make their hair. They would
so why didn't you make yours?
I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't.
So it was you. Would your mom have wanted to have you make if you wanted?
My mom, when she used to make my hair, we used to fight. Why? Because she would be making the hair, and my head is so tender. I don't know. I have very soft hair.
So she
would just be coramo, and then she would do stuff like this. When you so much, and when she does that, I just get frustrated, and I'm maybe crying because I can't fight back.
So she gave up, and you gave up.
And she was like, I'm like, cut it.
Just cut it.
Just cut it, because at this point, I'm not even interested. So I've always been the type that, as a child, if you call me now and you want to criticize me, I didn't take criticism easy. I would be crying.
I don't think you still take criticism very well.
I kind of shut down. So there's only one person that always managed to get to me and get me to listen, which is my dad.
Okay.
His own style.
Are you saying I do a poor job to get you?
Well, you're going to have to learn from the master. You're getting better. You're getting there.
No, it's see finished. It's because of sex. It's see finished. There's nothing else.
Calm
down. If not. Anyway, continue.
My dad, anytime the thing is, my dad is so liberal. And my mom is so strict.
No, but
so Popsy
is very good.
I have extreme. That is very liberal. Yeah. Anything you want to do, I support you. He will support you.
Yeah.
My mom, by the way, is like, no, this is how we should be.
Because she has her own ideas.
She has her own idea.
And you're just a child.
And then if you try to push back, oh my God, you won't even dare. So my dad has a way. There's a way my dad talks to me. And I just listen, and I don't want to disappoint.
Are you a daddy's girl?
I am a daddy's girl.
I'm
a first child. I'm a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
First child, first daughter. Anyway, that my dad talked to me, that I just hear it, and I instantly feel bad. Like, okay, I need to do better. But there is a tone that my mom uses that just makes me shut down. And that tone. So if I feel like whatever you're bringing to me,
if it reminds you of that.
Okay, there you go.
That's it. Yeah. If it reminds
you of that. If you're having a hard conversation with me,
and it reminds
me of my mom, I completely shut down. Because this is what I'm hearing in my head is, you're trying to belittle me right now. You're like putting me down. You're telling me what to do. You don't know me. You're not listening to me, because those are the things I experienced as a child.
Right.
And not to even judge my mom. You know, there's this culture in Nigeria as a first child. They use you for everything.
You're the yardstick. Because I think we forget sometimes that they were 27, 28, 29, 30.
My dad and my mom were 22, 23.
Also trying to figure out life.
Yeah.
In addition to the culture being supportive of certain way of nurturing children.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where they were coming from, you know.
I will tell you one thing. I did not become best friends. Me and my mom are like best friends now. Like we are yin and yang. If I need to go to the grocery, I need to go to a party and you're not here, I'm calling her. My mom is Shefewa, like let's go. And we vibe well now.
Right.
But as a young girl, I didn't have that, you know, that freedom to talk back to my mom, to express myself. When I
didn't feel safe enough.
I didn't feel safe enough. Like, for example, when I was in high school, I started growing boobs fast. And I had a skinny body. And then one day my mom was, I want to do a fenufa. They said somebody is sucking your teeth.
You're fast.
Me, I didn't even have a boyfriend in high school. I was just a strange little girl when I was in high school. I didn't like it. I hated being in boarding house. I cried all the time. My dad dropped me off. So those things are why I push back against hard conversations, you know. But
so they trigger you. They trigger you.
It does trigger me.
That's why I tell people, what you're dealing with is not just the person in front of you. You fight not the flesh. You guys misinterpret it the wrong way. You think it's the devil and the enemy from the village. No, sometimes it's us here. We are our own worst enemy. Oftentimes. So you're dealing with stuff that goes far beyond all the way to previously be like years before you even knew the person.
Yeah, like trauma and all those
if you're not patient enough, you're going to destroy more than you're fixing anything, you know. And
that's why sometimes I do overcompensate when it comes to my kids. And even now I try to check myself, because I'm like, you don't want them to be spoiled. But you want them to... I check you. I know you do. For example, I remember...
I'm not afraid they'll be spoiled, but...
I remember one thing. On Saturdays, we've gone to school. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Saturday, my mom will wake up at 7 o'clock. Everybody wake up. I'm like...
We had an example recently.
Oh my goodness.
What example did we have something like that recently? We had an example like that. Oh yeah, it was one of our clients. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that happens. That happens. You wake people up, you know.
Why?
Yeah.
Up till now on Saturdays,
you can sit with the child for a long time.
What? On Saturdays, I don't wake my kids up. They can sleep till 12. As long as when they wake up, they do the chores.
Because I'm entering that room.
They do the chores.
I'm entering the room, scattering everything.
The trauma I have from being woken up on Saturday morning, even though I ain't going nowhere, like. Can I just catch a little bit of sleep?
No.
And then my dad is there saying, it's okay, let them sleep again.
So with our children, right? I grew up with parents that didn't say, shh, that didn't so. We didn't do that. Right? So when we started with our children, with Tumi.
Right, with Tumi.
I think I'm like, what, Italian? Even my own father did not tell me shoe. If I'm talking, you better sleep. Sleep, no catch you. If sleep catch you, better sleep. So now they can, if they want to sleep, they'll sleep. So
they sleep through a storm.
I was just having a talk with them here, right here, yesterday. With my boys yesterday, and people was like, "Oh," I was like, wake up!" But
yeah,
you know,
they sleep through a storm.
It's all vibes. It's all vibes. You know,
it is.
Because again, back then, even though I said I wasn't raised that way, but a child cannot talk when adults are talking.
You're not allowed to express yourself.
So I was very aware that even the privilege that I had, the way I was raised, that it wasn't like that in most houses.
But it was two of you.
No, but we always had people.
For me, my family was four of us.
Because we always had people. We always. There's never been a time that was me and Shola alone in the house. It doesn't exist. Yes, we are the only two biological in the house. You're right. Okay, in terms of children, but there's never been a time. I don't know about your own house. If it's only you guys are children, you didn't have uncles, aunties, cousins.
So one thing about that. Okay, so I grew up in Lagos. Most of my dad is from Abeokuta, so he came to Lagos when he was like 19. Met my mom. My mom grew up in Lagos, and his family is in Abeokuta. We never got to see them as much.
Right.
I think we stopped going to Abeokuta when.
So you didn't have uncles, aunties live with you for the most part?
No,
you guys were
it was very, very.
They come and go.
My mom is also a very posh woman.
Okay.
You cannot have people.
I can't touch him.
Don't come to my house.
Like Onyibo?
All that kind of stuff.
Jesus Christ.
My mom is. Look, if you meet my mom, she's a sweetheart. In fact, the way she treats some people, I'm like, do you know these people? I get pissed sometimes. Like, really?
Right.
She's very.
So you feel like she treated
nice.
Everybody else, but you like.
But she was tougher. She was tougher on us. She was very tough. And there's some good lessons that I got from her being tough. That I feel like I just wanted a balance. I wanted to be able to.
But your mom was definitely the bad cop in your house.
She was the bad cop.
I'm the bad cop in our house.
Yes, you are. You are definitely, because my own trauma is letting me be too soft on my kids. That's why those boys, they'll come to me, "Mommy, can you tell that?" I'm like, dude, before I would, but now you gotta go fight your own battles, man.
Yeah.
Go talk to your own dad.
Jim said, "My kids wake up by themselves on Saturday as well. Don't spoil it." Is there boys? Now. If there are boys, they need to wake up at 5 in the morning.
Why?
Okay.
Even Jesus had a resting day. Kilo day. God said that he rested on the 7th day. Like, please relax.
This last summer is the first summer I let my boys rest during the summer.
That's true. They didn't do time for learning.
Since for the last 11 years.
Yeah.
10 years, 11 years. Every summer we engage them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. It's a balance. It's everything.
The balance is
a balance. So now back to hard conversations.
And don't get me wrong. There are some things that I feel my dad should, definitely step up and say, no, don't shy away. He does shy away from things.
From like what? Hard conversations?
My dad is my dad does not shy from hard conversations. My dad is
who shies away
my
from
dad is Aries. My mom is Pisces.
Among your dad and your mom, who shies away from
my mom? My mom gets defensive when it comes to. You can't speak to her.
So between my mom and my dad, I think my dad shies away from hard conversation
because it doesn't.
He just goes quiet.
Yeah,
he's done. He's just done. Mommy wants to get to the bottom of the issue.
My dad will say something, but then he will grab his keys and leave, and like, you know what? Peace of mind. Let me just step out.
By the time
I come back,
they went to school for 8 hours Monday to Friday without getting paid. Saturdays for
it's not easy now. When you remember,
you're being empath with your own son.
When you remember how it felt when you were in school, come on. You were sports. You were a teacher. You were a teacher's child, a principal's child. They even brought you food from home to your boarding school.
You're talking about one-off situations.
Maybe you cannot relate. You cannot relate.
I want to get back to this hard conversation.
I was so far away. Oh my God.
Yeah, you were so far. You were so far away, and at 18 they sent me 5,000 miles away. Go figure. Anyway,
no, you came back to your
6 years. Anyway, hard conversations are never easy. Anyway,
they're not so.
But they are essential.
They are needed. You have to have them.
And the longer we avoid them, the bigger the problems become. That's what I've learned.
Yes.
I've learned that it's better to face the discomfort head on because it leads to growth. We figure out good makeup sex. The real challenge, don't go and manipulate your wife into makeup sex.
I know.
The real challenge is approaching them with love and understanding and defensiveness. Being able to detect defensiveness in yourself takes a heavy weight of self-awareness. We all get defensive when you rub the wrong nerve.
Right.
We all get defensive, and once you're able to tap into yourself and say, I'm getting defensive, you've just shot way up in terms of personal development and being able to handle conflict, and even hard conversations become easier for you. Actually, in my opinion, I think you become top 5% of human beings in the world if you can tap into that and say, I'm getting defensive. I'm getting defensive. I don't mean to get defensive, but I feel some type of way about how this is coming off. This is reminding me. You said that not too long ago. You said this is reminding you of, and that allows me to also back off a little bit, so, whatever, when the conversations happen like that. But self-awareness is key, is a major key in all of this. A lot of people are busy holding other people accountable, and they are terrible at self-accountability.
That's true.
So hard conversations are necessary evil, if you will. If it's hard,
for growth,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But the more you embrace them, the better you become.
That's true.
Uncle Beno said MOP can't relate. Kinimoso.
You can't relate to that boarding life. Please. Your house is 30 minutes away from the school. How? My school was 2 hours away. In Badagry, all the way. With no light.
Can you relate to being 5,000 miles away at 18? No.
Baby. Well,
don't baby me.
It's true.
Stop.
I can't imagine being in America by myself.
Yeah, no. Still, I'm just saying,
It's true.
Levels. There's levels to this stuff.
There's levels to it.
Anyway, so let's do this. We're counting down. That's secret number 8. Having hard conversations. Just learn how to do them. It gets easier. Embrace them. Have some self-awareness. I think, but I think I like that you added that to it, because these are between the two of us. You agree that's your weakness.
It is my weakness. Okay. It's
so the fact that you had it to your list, it's I feel so special. I never expected it. I feel good when you have a wife that has self-accountability, self-awareness.
I never expected it.
Yeah, love it. All right, so let's do this. Let's move on to number 7. Let's keep moving. I'll be right back. We'll be right back.